For many dog lovers, one is just not enough. If you're thinking about bringing another dog or puppy into the family, there is a lot to think about. Here to talk about the pros and cons of having more than one dog roaming the house, we have Richard and Vicki Horowitz of Barkbusters here with This is Bella and This is Baxter. When considering another puppy or dog, we were talking about this earlier, there's a lot to really think about. So what should you be thinking about?
Well, one of the most important things is this. Keep in mind, David Frost has a good quote, a quote from David Frost. One kid, you're a parent. Two kids, you're a referee.
Okay, so we're going to be referees here.
So remember that.
But there are obviously reasons as to why you should add a dog, another dog into the family.
Yeah.
Why would that be?
Okay.
So there are some good reasons. So good reasons being that it becomes a companion. The other dog has a playmate.
Okay.
Sometimes people will find that their dogs have less separation anxiety when they have another dog in their pack, which helps. They may also find that they feel the household feels more secure and safe when there's more dogs in a pack, and some families will feel that
between the two of them.
Yeah, and these guys are brother and sister.
Yes, they are.
Okay, and so are there certain breeds though that are better for having more than one?
Yeah, you have to know the dog, but what also is very important before you bring a dog into the household is you got to know what your lifestyle is. Okay, do you have the time to train another dog? The first dog should be well behaved before you bring another dog in. Having another dog just adds the love to the household. It provides you with more love.
Does it help that they're related?
These
sometimes.
two,
sometimes, right?
Sometimes it does.
I mean, they're so well behaved.
They really
they're also male and female, which also sometimes makes a difference. But people really have to make sure that they think about the commitment that it takes. And a lot of times people will have this, in this situation, they got both the dogs at the same time. In some situations, what people do is they'll get one dog and then they add an additional dog. And that there's a whole bunch of other things to think about.
Dynamics involved with that.
You have to think about, you know, how old your dog is and how old is the dog you want to get. Temperaments of the dogs, because you want them to get along, because the last thing you want them to do is have fighting and jealousy and all those kind of things that can happen. So there's a lot of things to think about, and if we have clients who are considering getting a second dog, we'll say to them, you know, let's get this dog in a good place, let's get them educated so that when you add another dog to the pack, which adds a lot of stress, your first dog is ready for that change.
Okay, what is the cons? Some of the cons of not you know, having more than one dog.
Increased costs.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Financial.
Yep. Also, it could lead to sibling rivalry, where the dogs don't get along.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure you have good leadership in your household so the dogs respect you. They will also vie to see who's going to be the more dominant of the dogs.
How do you get them to be more of a family once you bring another dog in?
So you have to training. You have to train. You have to train the dogs, have the same rules, same expectations, and you also have to not set yourself up for failure. So if you have a 14-year-old dog and you decide to bring a puppy in, the older 14-year-old dog may not really be happy with a puppy around and getting in its space and jumping all over it, nipping at it. So, you know, you really have to make sure that you think it through to make sure that it's going to work for your household.
These guys are really happy. Look at this.
Oh my
this
gosh.
is Baxter's tail's just going crazy.
Yes, it's a weapon. Good sit. Good girl.
Thank you so much for bringing them in. Really.
Thank you.
Really. Oh my goodness. The mom should be very proud of these two.
She is.
Yes, this is actually a very cute pose that they're in right now.
Very cute. Very cute.